So then guys, every year I manage to get my hands on the brand new iPhone when it comes out on release day, and today I want to share the secret in how I get one every single year and how you can get one on release date too. So that's right guys, like last year I got the iPhone 15 Pro Max on the release date. I managed to get my hands on it, and a lot of you guys say, oh, it was sold out, and it was sold out. It was sold out really quickly, and some of you guys were waiting even 3 months to get your hands on a brand new iPhone. It was absolutely ridiculous. But you're wondering, how do these tech reviewers do it? Apple can't be sending out all these iPhones to tech reviewers. Well, I can tell you one thing, Apple never send me any of their tech to me. Ever. I've never had a piece of tech sent from them to me as part of a sponsor or to show it off. I actually have to buy all my own Apple tech, just like you guys out there. I have to do exactly the same. But you're wondering, like I said, how am I doing it every single time that a brand new Apple product that I get it on the release day? Well, let me share the secret with you. Now, first of all, traditionally, most of us like what's going to be happening this Friday, the 13th of September. We're all going to be waiting to get the new iPhones. And quite a lot of us, what we do is that we actually go onto Apple's website, for example, in our country, and then we pre-order the iPhone. The great news is that Apple have actually helped with this in that you can actually reserve your iPhone right now via their website. So you can get your order all ready, get your card details, get everything sorted, but you just have to be available when the pre-orders actually start. When, as it were, you turn up to the shop and go, here's my pre-order, process it please. You've got to be available for that. And there's a little trick in how to do that, and believe it or not, it's absolutely nothing to do with the website. The website here, it sits behind a domain, and obviously that domain has to be refreshed to get the latest information. So for example, what normally happens when an iPhone release happens, let's say it's this Friday and it's Pacific time, what's going to be 5 AM, that's what Apple is saying the actual launch time when you'll be able to get your hands on the iPhone, you'll be able to process your pre-order. Well, what tends to happen is the website gets updated from Apple's end, but it takes a few minutes for the domain to refresh actually here. So by the time it gets to say 5:07 AM or 5:06 AM, something like that, it actually updates. And quite a lot of the time, some of you guys go, this is weird. I've got to the page and it already says I'm going to have to wait a month or two to get my hands on an iPhone. How is that possible? It's just come available. Well, funny enough, there's an app from Apple as well, what you can get on your iPhone, you can get on an Android phone, and it will actually process it far quicker. This is the hack that I want to show you. Let's take a closer look at the app on my phone. So, like I said guys, all you need to do is have your iPhone, or even an Android phone can do this too, and you just have to go to the App Store or Google Play Store and download the app, what is called the Apple Store, like what you can see right here. Download it onto your phone. It can even be on an iPad as well. This will work too, or if you've got an Android tablet, something like this, as long as you get this app. This is an official app by Apple, and it allows you to buy through their shop. So just to show you here for demonstration purposes, I'm going to open up the actual app here. And now if you've never used this app before, it's very similar to, say, the Apple sort of homepage website. It tells you information about all the latest products, like we've got the latest iPhone 16s and things like this. And then obviously we can get ready to pre-order. So the best thing you can do is, like, say, an iPhone 16 Pro, for example. If you want to do that, you can click the get ready and you can get yourself all sorted out. You can choose what you want. So let's say I was going to go for an iPhone 16 Pro Max. Let's say I was going to go for Desert Titanium. And let's say I was going for a 512GB option. This is not what I'm going for. I'm just giving you it here. Obviously, it asks you questions like about trade-in and things like this if you wanted to do that. So you can always do this if you wanted to. And then obviously you can buy it out front, pay monthly, depending on what your country offers you with the app and everything like that. And then all you have to do is obviously add Apple Care if you want to do that. I'm going to say no for now, just for this demo purposes. And then obviously after this, you can click ready to pre-order. And the great thing is what you can do is you can actually use this app again when you're actually ready to pre-order. Like I said, those times that I talked about, that depending where you are in the world, like I said, 5 a.m. PT time or Pacific time, or let's say if you're in the UK like me, and then obviously that would be around 1 p.m. that would be, you'd have to look it up in your country. That's the times you'll have to see what is the equivalent of 5 a.m. Pacific time, whatever that is in your country. You can then place your order quickly without going through the website. This is directly linked right back to Apple servers directly. You don't actually go through a domain or anything like that. That's what websites do, because they take a few seconds for the domain to refresh to grab the latest information from the websites to Apple's main website. By this, you get, as it were, the direct line back to Apple. And this is where a lot of people struggle, because obviously those pre-orders go straight away. They're waiting for the page to refresh. They're waiting for 5 a.m. And then by the time it gets to say 5:06 a.m., it refreshes at last. But everybody else who's used this app like here, they've actually got their order all completed because they've done that pre-order, what we've just shown here now. And then what they can do is they can just complete that purchase on the actual day with no problems whatsoever. And by say 5:02 a.m. for example, Pacific time, you're complete, you're ready, and people still on the website are still trying to refresh their page, trying to get it all work. This is the best way to do it. Make sure you're logged in, obviously, on here, on this app. Make sure your card details are up to date. Make sure your address is up to date. That is the best recommendations I can say to do right now before you know the actual release time to definitely bag yourself one of the brand new iPhone 16s. So there we have it then, guys. That is my hack. That is how you get an iPhone, or you get the latest Apple gear straight away. Just like this 13th of September, this Friday, like I already told you, make sure you get your pre-order all ready. And then when it gets to 5 a.m. Pacific time, or whatever your country is, the equivalent of that time, make sure you are ready with a good connection on your phone, whether this be a Google phone, whether this be Samsung, whoever it is out there, or even a tablet. Make sure you've got that app on your iPhone so you can pre-order or process that pre-order right away. I cannot stress enough, make sure your card's all correct, make sure you've got enough money in your bank, make sure your addresses are correct. You want to process it as quick as possible via the app. The only one thing I would say is, just like how the website may say it's going to be available at 5 a.m, for example, Pacific time, it doesn't come available to 5:07, sometimes the app doesn't come available to say 5:01 a.m. or 5:02. But every single year, I can guarantee this, it's always been quicker via the app than it has been waiting to go through via the website. Like I said, you've got that direct line straight to Apple servers via the phone, whereas you're going via a domain and then to Apple servers, what can actually slow everything down. That is why, you know, pages hang when the pre-orders come available and things like this. If you've ever gone through this experience, don't do it on the website. I stress enough, use the hack that I've shown you today, and definitely do it via the app on your phone. And that is the best advice I can give you to try your best to get yourself an iPhone right on the pre-order day and also at the time. But like I said, make sure you're available dead on time. If you're like on the specific coast of America, 5 a.m. Make sure you set your alarm for, I don't know, 4:50 a.m. to make sure you definitely get up and ready to do it on your phone. If you're wherever in the world, make sure you book some time off with your boss or whoever to get that pre-order in. The second the first sort of 10-15 minutes have gone, you'll be waiting at least 2 or 3 weeks after the pre-order time, that or when the actual release is, the 20th of September, you'll be waiting till, I don't know, probably like mid-October to get your hands on the iPhone. So this is the best advice I can give you. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up this video. So if you have found it helpful, please do press the like button. And also, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews, and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel too. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.